Good afternoon, everybody. This is Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre, and today I'm going to be doing an Xboxing, an unboxing of this game called Aliens. First thing, everybody knows that I normally take the shrink wrap off before the box because I fight with it. Well, when I'm going to open up the box, you're going to say, "What is he doing?" That's why it was an unboxing, because there's no shrink wrap on the inside. Well, this is the third time I have tried this video today. I have had lag problems in the first one, and then the second one, the camera just stopped working. So this is my third time. So I put it back in there, and I hope you enjoy. Before we get started, I hope you all had a Merry and safe Christmas. I'll talk more about that in my year-end channel wrap-up tomorrow. But we're going to get here with the Aliens. If you like, go ahead down and hit that like button. Help me out here. Subscribe and push it out into your social media channels. So let's get started. As you can see, Aliens, another glorious day in the Corps. I forget what the sergeant's name was that used to mud flap or something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, there's the back. You can see we're going to get this. Looks like 6 characters and Newt in there. And then we got Xenomorphs. Okay, and this says up here, it says, you and your team of specialist colonial marines will gear up with serious equipment and head into Hadley's Hope to find survivors and answers. But you're not alone. To survive, you'll need to work together, keep your cool, and stay frosty to fight off relentless xenomorph ambushes and get out of there alive. They said this is a cooperative game, 1 to 6 players. But even if you were playing it like solo by myself, all 6 of the characters have to be in there. But now we'll explain that when I get into this a little further. So let's see what came in this box. We're seeing it again. Rulebook. I'm going to go over the rulebook. We'll take a look at that at the end here. Then, this was a little scary for me. The miniatures in this game have to be built. Gale Force 9 did a good job of not telling us this at the beginning, because I might have talked myself out of it. I'm glad that I didn't, because I really want this game. But my skills at doing these stuff like this is pretty bad. So I'm going to give it a try. Luckily, I have a friend that said if I run into trouble, he'll help me out. So anyway, this is we're going to have got rules for the Marines assembly guide and for the Xenomorphs. Okay, they don't look like there's a lot of pieces and they're too complicated. It looks like you're going to have some variation with the Xenomorphs and their tails and whether they're standing, running, semi-running, and everything. So it provides a little bit of variety. Excuse my arm there. All right, next we got some missions. This is a campaign game and missions, and I can already tell. Well, I'll talk about that later. So the first one is Newt. The front end tells you how to set which boards to set up and what order, and the setup key over here. And on the back is the mission goals, extraction, computer tokens, mission tracker deck, campaign notes, and then Newt. Then the second mission is escape, and the back's the same. And on the back of this one, they provide some more text. Survive. Then there's some side missions. I understand that, like this rescue mission, if one of your characters gets captured by the Xenomorphs, you can make a decision whether the team wants to go in and rescue them or try to rescue them or not. If you do, then you follow the directions on the back of this and proceed on. Supply mission. That's another, I don't know exactly about how this happens, why this happens, but it is a side mission. And then we have the bug hunts. Bug hunts are this games, all out survival games. There's survival modes in the different areas. And so that provides a lot of gameplay, it looks like. Okay. Now the boards. The first board we got Newt here, or player card. This looks like turn turn dials, exit, and so forth. Various things down in there. Okay. Then we have Vasquez, Rico Frosty Frost, and Lieutenant Scott Gorman. And these cards are on their what's called their hero side. When you're playing the game, and for say I'm playing solo and I only want to do 2 characters, but all 6 got to be out there. I want 2 to be my primary characters, and I'll say Vasquez and Gorman are my primaries for the game. That would be, the cards would be start off on their hero side. If they weren't, like he wasn't in there, on the flip side of these, on all of the cards, is grunt side, where their specialties and so forth are lower. Their defenses and their offenses and their equipment and so forth. And these are blip tokens, which you see in the movie on those motion trackers. The thing about those blip tokens, let's see what we got here. First we got Ripley, Hicks, and Hudson. That's a pretty good combination there. You see those numbers on here? They're on the back of these blip tokens. So the blip tokens are out there, but you really don't know what you're coming up to until you're there and they actually get activated. And then it could be anywhere from 1 to 5 xenomorphs on that space. You know, my luck, 5s, I'd have all kinds of 5s. Doesn't look like there's a lot of 5 numbers though, but 3s and 4s, there are quite a few of those. Then we have the dial trackers for the characters. See, these trackers are numbered 1 through, let's see, 8, 10. Okay, and then make the dials, and then your character will say that, okay, Ripley has an aim of 7. So when the game starts, her dial will be set at 7. Now every time she gets ready to shoot, she has to roll a d10, and it has to be 7 or less to be a hit. Now every time she shoots though, that dial goes down 1. Down 1, down 1. So when you get down to like your 4 or 3 and you're rolling that d10, making hits gets a lot harder. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Then we have the remote sentry weapon systems, which should help out a lot. A and B's, and then here's their dials for their rounds. Looks like they each got 500 rounds in them. I'll have to learn how they fire. Okay. Then some more tokens. I don't know what they all mean. We'll find out. Okay, these are the game boards. There's 4 of them. And they are double-sided. Very nice designs on them and graphics. Nice and thick, as you can see. So they should last for a while. There's 4 different ones, and I guess you set it up according to what the scenario dictates. Cool. All right. Now, what we got here? We got 2 D10s and 1 odd-colored D6, which I found out when I was looking before is the die for the xenomorphs, for the aliens, the alien die. And I already forgot what the name of these cards are, but there's several. There's different types of cards that you put the cost of putting the weapon on, different weapons that you got to put on your guys, and then you got still weapons, equipment, and the cost, and events. Okay, and this plays. This has got a pretty cool neat. After the guys are supplied and everything, this stuff, and at a certain point in time, you draw cards off of here. This is called the endurance deck, and some of the cards get discarded, which is not good, and some go into like an inactive pile. So whenever this runs out, you reshuffle that pile, a bit of it, but the discards are gone. And once this endurance deck and the inactive pile are gone, the players lose. Not good, huh? Okay, let me get these other cards out of here. Since they were unwrapped when I turned the box over, they kind of got, do it there. We got 6 player cards, sequence of play cards, the alien phase, get the marine phase, 7 different steps to go through, the alien phase, and then the finish phase. I'm sure that's for each turn, and I forget how many turns there are in the game, but there's one of these for each player. Then motion trackers. Saw in the movie, if you have a motion tracker like this, you've got a lot of incoming and you're going to have a big battle in there. Now, on the back of these motion detectors, tells you what to do with them. Okay? Players must choose to either exhaust 4 cards or place 1 more blip at spawn point 4. Oh, that's nasty. Okay. So this going to give you a lot of different things being looking at in there. Crazy, huh? Okay. Now we go with those miniatures that I talked about. Okay, here are the character miniatures. Upside down there. There are names on each base. They're like Hicks, Ripley. The way I understand, anything that's inside of this here goes with Hicks. Of course, there ain't no head in there, so I'm going to have to figure that out. Oh, and this is Hicks. It's written over here. So here's his head and his weapon. And this is for Vasquez. See, she always carried that gun, and that turns into a flamethrower to her in her arm. So there's not a lot of pieces, but again, my mechanics are going to be tested here. I feel pretty good in there. Now they're hard plastic. That's the characters. Then there's 4 sheets of xenomorphs, so there's 16 of them on there. And the xenomorph trays are. You gotta look real close, you can hardly see them. There's letters on them, like this is a B, B1. So anything that's marked B, like this over here is B's. Anything marked with B's will go to 1 xenomorph. And I believe that there's an option on how you can let them stand, run, and so forth like that. So you have to make those choices while you're building them. And then their bases. Oh boy. See, I scared myself already. Okay, last but not least was the rule book that I took out first. It's not too big. Checks in the 28 pages, but some of it's already taken up with, you got the game components, overviews. Game setup. Then it goes on to explain anything, the mission cards, the game board, but character cards, grunts, gear up characters, endurance. So it covers everything with individual paragraphs, it looks like. I hope it doesn't refer you back to like, okay, refer back to page 3, 4, 5. The endurance deck. There's hazard cards, event cards, equipment cards, and weapon cards in that there. There's that thing there important. If any time there's no cards in the endurance deck and the exhaust pile, all the players lose. Lots of good things, line of sight, attack actions, interact actions, rest actions, barricade, aiming, free. Then we got other rules on rear player's choice, and then we got some keyword glossary, and a quick reference. Kind of looks like that the references to the page, reset the dials and so forth. The only thing I really like when games provide you with an index. Unless I missed it, I didn't see an index. But then again, I make myself my own to help myself out if there's none missing. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is Aliens from the movie. Looking forward to it. So until you see me tomorrow, take care of yourselves out there. Have fun in these days of really bad COVID. Please stay safe.